I like how it says
Oh,
the game is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, Roll20 stupid. Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump in the action today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. In addition to that, if you're interested in supporting our community by becoming a member here, oh wait, I already did the members. If you're wanting to join our community by becoming a player in one of our games, we do have open slots available on our Friday early as well as our Tuesday early. So if you were interested in either of those, we need 2 players in one game or the other, and then we get to fire off a brand new campaign within our universe, which, well, should be a lot of fun. In addition to all of that, we are doing a new thing here where we are setting up some stretch goals on our channel. The first stretch goal was already made, thankfully, in order to get me this bunny suit. So now, every session that we have, aside from this one, because I'm wearing it the whole session as a thank you to Otis for getting it for me, every session we have, if we reach $40 in donations on the channel, then I will put on this suit after break. And in addition to that, we have our next stretch goal already designed. If we can raise 300 on the channel, 300, I know it's a little steep, then we will be doing a high one-shot where I will be running a one-shot. Yes. For the individuals who, well, help us to reach that goal, and then community members afterwards. As of now, we have 2 spots reserved. Asa, and I think Otis said he's going to be jumping in as well on that action. So whoever helps us get there gets first dibs on it. It'll be on a Wednesday or a Thursday evening. And, well, aside from that, I believe that's all of my shameless self-promoting. Go ahead and give us that recap, Miriam.
last time with the Riptides, I think is our group's name still.
Sure.
The group met up with the nightmare creatures of the Dream Realm, an attempt to rescue Zash. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. After a confusing battle in the mindscape of Yanni's dream, they were able to push away the Eye Binder, I believe is what its title was. Were able to rescue their companion. Upon waking up, everyone decides, yeah, fuck this temple, and start demolishing it and sanctifying the ground. Find out, oh, this is actually a temple to the Wild Mother that someone just built on top of. Then, some little wink wink nudge nudge stuff happens in the forests. Someone showed up. And the group found out that, oh, our brother isn't in the Festerwheel pools. He's in the Feywild. Or the Wilds, sorry. And we now have a nice little open door while someone takes a nap. After walking through, everyone got high on opium. Except Miriam. So much so that they killed and resurrected a squirrel. Faye, man.
Yep.
Squirrel, apparently not caring how much that hurt, decided to teach us how to frolic. And took us to where we could find some nymphs. After deciding to split from the party, someone, not naming names, found a centaur and decided to almost decapitate Tolsha. After that was resolved, thankfully, peacefully, Centaur went off, and everyone immediately got the, oh fuck, that's him, and ran after him. just in time to see him almost dying from poison. And surrounded by a bunch of Imperial bodies. Waking him up, curing the poison. Nice little long talk on, yeah, he's been killing these things for over 10 years, it seems like, at minimum. And decided to, hey, I'm just gonna come I want to go kill the guy. Sure, come with us, because we already have one other person who's that mindset in the party. And the group are now beginning to make their way back to Exandria.
So, all of you have frolicked around inside of the Fey realm for, well, quite a little bit of time at this point. Mirian being the only... Actually... Huh. Patry, what's your charisma score?
It's 0.
No, score.
Is it? Oh, 11.
11. Okay. Mirian and Patry are the only ones not high on opium right now from breathing the air.
Patry's just used to this.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all, pick your feet up. You're not frolicking enough.
So, Patry, give us a survival check to take them back the way you all came.
I can't. Okay. This is how we end up on another plane of existence. Let's not have the scout do it.
All right. So, there's a reason why the Fey creature is doing it. No, Fey creature because she knows how the Fays work. You all think you're heading in the improper direction at first, but, well, as it is easily exclaimed to you by Patry, that sometimes, especially in the fields of splendor and within the realm of summer itself, things shift and change drastically. As you are running, you are hit by a massive thunderstorm overhead, and it starts cracking down all over the area, but then you continue frolicking outside of that, and you make your way over towards the split trees that you all had walked through, where you regain that familiar sense. Everybody, it makes no sense how you got to this location, despite the fact that, well, you went the opposite direction you were supposed to go.
Mirian's just gonna encode thoughts. Say, remember to do this when you get back.
I don't quite. We didn't come through here on the way in.
I don't know where I am right now.
Yeah, sure we did. It's just that when you go up, you went down, and then we were like, "Ba-ba," and then we were like, and then we're like, "Psh," and then we got back. Pretty easy.
Why does that make sense?
Because Faye.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, actually. Maybe. Probably.
Possibly.
Perchance.
Forsooth.
No, that's not for... That doesn't mean maybe.
I do not like soup.
I think he meant 4 hoofs.
I do
I have
have
2.
4 hooves.
Right. You should try wearing this here circlet.
You mean my circlet?
Yeah. I thought you didn't want to wear it in here.
Don't.
Well, there we go.
Oh, look at the circlet. It does not match my skin tone.
That's a fair point. Right.
Oh,
It'll change to suit you.
I'm not sure if I like this idea of wearing clothing.
Think
Don't
of
you
it
have
as
a heart-
It's a
don't
kind
you
of
have a
metal. It's
bag?
closer to armor. I wouldn't say it's clothing.
Armor
You'll get used to
restricts
it.
your movement.
Yeah, this will definitely restrict forehead movement.
My forehead is
agree.
used quite often in fights. You can smash a rock with your head. You can
But,
smash
hey,
a person with your head.
You could attach some spikes or something to it, maybe, and
It's
then
a-
it looked really cool.
No,
A magical
I don't-
object. I've never seen someone break a magical object. Do you want to
I'm not-
try?
I'm not saying break it, but you could like tie some rope to it with like what's it called again? I can't
So-
remember the. Yeah, like those things you put on the ground. Why can't I remember the name of it?
Feet?
a turnip.
No.
Hooves.
No, the ones you step on that impale your feet.
Cow droppings.
Sticks.
I thought he said gnomes for a second.
Lego pieces.
No,
Caltrops.
caltrops.
Miriam, you are hard carrying this party with intelligence right now.
Dude, I'm the schooled wizard. I'm the college student talking to a bunch of middle schoolers right now.
Yeah.
Apparently we're high.
So are you gonna try
So-
to break it?
Bernie, I need you to roll persuasion with disadvantage because of everything Yanni is saying in rebuttal to it.
And my persuasion checks are always so good.
We know, yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Well, not bad.
That's not bad, 16. He'll take the circlet and stare at it momentarily and then put his arm through it and hook it on like his bicep. And then flexes around it.
You're looking very smart.
Thank you. I am.
Miriam just. You will be.
I'm not sure if does it work like that though?
It's going to take at least an hour.
I don't know. It doesn't really match his skin tone.
It doesn't.
Actually, that's a good question, DM. With attuned items, since they fit to shape the wearer, do they match their aesthetic?
No, they do not. Attuned items aesthetic matches the creator's intention of them. They will
Yeah, you have to go
resize
to-
to you, but they will not ever change portions.
We could like
Yeah, you might have
paint
to
it.
go to a magical tailor for that.
A mailer.
We need a tailor. Swift.
So, all of you are having this conversation as you walk through the two archway trees, and as you're walking through, Patry, this is weird. You didn't return.
What?
Huh.
What's weren't we
Hey, yo,
supposed to
where'd
be
you go?
somewhere?
Oh, everyone else is still here. Nobody returned, though.
Man, the material
Did I
place.
take a left when we went to the psha, or when we went to that one place? Was I supposed to do a psha or a psho? Huh? No.
It's a shoe.
Oh, it's a psho.
But there's no portal near here that I am aware of.
Damn it all.
What?
Did she wake up?
But didn't we go through one there though?
How?
Wait,
With our, with legs, you put one in front of the other, and that's how you take a step.
wait, wasn't it temporary?
Yes. How long have we been in this plane?
We've only been talking for a few hours.
Yes, but how long does that translate to the to the material?
Usually
It
longer.
depends on the Feywild's mood.
Oh no.
It's been 100 years.
Well,
Okay, this is actually a question. Would Singorn have quick math to determine that?
They do actually have an algorithm to figure out the time spent within the wilds into relations of the material realm. However, you need to...
Would a non-elf know?
Possibly. You'll have to roll me first a nature check, and then second, you would have to know what the dominant season is currently within the wilds.
Hey, Joey,
I'm gonna use recap inspiration for the nature check.
Sure.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey.
And another nature check for the other one?
Well, no, that's not something that you can simply look at the sky and know. It's something you have to find out.
Look to brother in Feywild.
Okus, what season is dominant here?
I believe spring has been in charge for quite a while.
Okay, spring. It's been a couple of hours. Carry the 7.
Spring is one of the more unique courts, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Meaning it's either a very specific number or they sometimes stop time to serve their own purposes. Yeah. You make a deal and then they fuck you over with time magic and shit.
Well, the portal's gone, so we can assume time didn't stop. Because if time stopped, it would still be here.
Well, that would be on your side. The portal's on the other side.
Right.
So
It's like a one-way portal.
it may be a few hours here would translate into a few days.
Fuck.
Hey, Joey.
Yeah.
I know this probably is not going to work, but also Jethro's high off his mind, I guess, right now. So can he probably like hug a tree maybe and ask it and the Feywild to help them get back home or to the nearest portal?
As you hug the tree, you feel branches wrap around you and pat you on the back.
It's been days, at least, which means she's probably gone.
How does
Damn, I hate time dilation.
How does divine intervention work on other planes?
You can try, but it's a very tall ask.
The cooldown.
Oh, you weren't here. Nobody opened up the portal for all of them. Not really opening it for them, just like, I'm taking a nap here because I can. And then everybody walked through the portal.
No, how would the cooldown of divine intervention work? Does it go off your home plane or
It's
the
based
plane
off
you're on?
you. It's based off you.
Okay. Well, plan B. Let's go see Okus's mother. Maybe she might know a way out. Plan C. I don't know what would happen with, but I have one. It involves one of the things. And plane shift.
Yeah, didn't we just like, you could banish some of us back or something?
That wouldn't work for Patry. 1.
Oh, right. But maybe we could like open the portal again from the other side.
Don't think so.
Bernie, let me put this to you in the most simplest way possible. Someone dragged a stick from a lake, and now the mud has covered it up again.
Right. So we just need to uncover the stick.
And none of you have shovels.
That's a lie. I think I might have one. No, I don't. No,
Yanni
Lily
does,
had one.
actually. Yanni does.
Ronnie has a shovel.
Explore.
Why doesn't the
Okay.
archaeologist have a shovel?
I do,
Okay.
but I don't think
It's a little
the
hand
ones-
shovel.
the one I have isn't big enough for all of us. The other
I'm going
one,
to wait to explain this when you're all not high on opium.
the other
We're not
one
high on opium.
might send us to some unknown plane.
Hmm.
So let's go with what's safe and go see Okus's mother.
Right. Okus, since your mother met our father in the material plane, I assume she knows of a door to get back.
She has sometimes traveled to the material plane, many material planes, during specific events, and she does so through the court of summer.
Damn it all.
But we
So
can
what's-
ask her.
Summertime loving in the summertime.
Isn't there like a thing? I heard you could do it with like a bag of holding if you put it into, or you turn it inside out.
No!
Or something. And doesn't that?
I do
create
not
like
want to go to the astral sea.
I heard
Thank
something
you.
similar.
Oh. All right. Hey, maybe this will work.
Orcus,
And
you could beat Patry in a race.
What were you saying, Bernie?
I'll take like a small step back and pull out a small bead of some kind. Let me just plant this real quick.
No, you're
Oh, what's
not.
that?
You're not doing what I think you do.
I'm planting the magic bean.
Oh my at least inject it with the hyper serum so we get 2 or whatever you do.
Very well, Bernie. How many
God,
beans
this-
are you planting?
I only
In the
have one.
Feywild. Okay. Roll me
Oh, what's that?
2 D100s, Bernie. I need you not to be looking at bag of beans when you do this, and then decide which roll you take.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, is this another thing?
35 or 64?
Can we go with 99?
Yeah. Can we do that instead?
No.
No.
Okay, I'll 64.
64. Alrighty.
Let's see how many party members I killed this time.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man. I swear if this somehow works out for my character.
I think it takes a minute or something.
Bernie, what the hell did you just plant?
Oh, there's this thing I've had for a while. I haven't really.
The bean from the giants?
You are near oak trees, correct?
Yeah.
Could be.
60. Nope, that's 70. As you plant the bean and pat it down a few times, you all sit there waiting. And at first it seems that nothing happens. And then you notice throughout the ground this sprout of vapor starts shooting up. And then again in a different spot. And then a different spot. And all around you are these large streams of vapor shooting into the air. I need each of you to give me a Constitution saving throw. This is poison.
disease or-
I'm
I'm
fine.
immune to it.
Tulsha, you Patch, you're fine.
The reason Jethro failed is because he tried to hug the mound that he planted to make it better.
All right. So, Jethro, you are now under the poison condition. Actually, no. This one's not the poison one. Sorry. Jethro, You are incapacitated, laughing hysterically at the top of your lungs.
Oh, this is laughing gas. Oh, I love this stuff.
Huh.
Marcus, the genies finally got to him.
Did it work?
No.
I don't see what is so funny, Jethro.
Okus goes over and inhales one of the vapor streams. That is hilarious.
Can I bottle some of the laughing gas?
Sure. Give me a survival check. Okay. You tape a portion of your tarp from your tent, place it over top of it, and as that starts condensing some of the gas, it pours and drips off of one of the sides into your vial.
Nice.
And you fill up one vial of this gas.
One vial of laughing fluid.
Mm-hmm. It lasts for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. And an individual who fails the save is affected for 1d10 plus 10 rounds. And it's a DC 16 con save.
I'm gonna slowly drag Jethro out of there. Just
Are you strong
Making
enough
sure-
to?
You're
maybe.
incapacitated. You can just be drugged. Like,
Making sure to run him over every one of the gas pockets I can, because it's funny.
so roll me a d10, Jethro. Let's see how long you're going to be laughing.
Okay. Come on, lucky 10.
14 rounds.
Does he take any damage from that pain in your gut after laughing too long?
No. It's just fun. So 84 seconds. A minute and a half-ish.
As he takes a whiff.
He's
Ah,
got
nice
kind
and
of-
fizzy.
Go ahead. He's got a very infectious laugh, I'm starting to get a bit. Yeah.
Yes, it is hilarious.
It's almost a villainous laugh.
Maybe he is a villain. And he pulls out his 2 scimitars.
Damn bound.
No, I think he's sarcastically imitating a villain.
Don't
I
worry,
heard-
just because he has nice glutes doesn't mean that he's a villain.
No, it's the mustache.
I heard in the Feywilds there's magical items like a bag of winds. Maybe we can find that and it will take us home.
Bag of wind.
Yeah.
That is an object within the autumn winds.
Can we go get it?
Court of Autumn. I do not get along well with many of the Court of Autumn individuals, ever since I attempted to fight the Green Man.
Did you win?
No.
Do you want round 2?
I need to train first. The Green Man is the most sturdy and powerful warrior.
Don't
It
worry.
also
that
smells like Pete.
smells like Pete.
Peas. The vegetable. Vegetable. I am saying it right.
Don't worry. That circlet will help you out with speech. It did with me.
You know what? For shits and giggles, we used a charge of the Wand of Secrets. Is there a hidden door in this forest? Within
Oh.
30 feet?
Shit. Yeah, a lot.
It's just like
All around you.
the wand just is like, what the fuck? Where are you at?
Maybe. Oh, I forgot. Let's put up the magic map. Maybe that shows us the
That
way.
won't do it. That's the way out right there. Foiled again by the magic map.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map.
Oh, it was just like a bird comes down and snatches them out. I'm surprised this thing doesn't require attunement. The amount it helped us out.
The amount of times we've forgotten it and then remembered it.
Yeah, like when we went through that fun house and we didn't know the right way, we were like, oh, well, what if we took out the map?
If you would like, I will speak to Skirret on your behalf.
For the bag of winds?
No.
Who's Skirret?
Skirret, the Lord of Centaurs.
Oh,
I want to meet the Lord of Centaurs.
I thought we were going to meet your mother.
I am afraid some of you would sleep with her.
That
Okay.
sounds very weird.
Does he look at anyone in particular when he says that?
Bernie and Miriam.
I just put a hand on Miri's shoulder. Don't worry, he has the charisma of a rock.
My
Is
mother
that a
has
word, a
slept with
threat,
a
or a
rock
promise?
before.
I mean, Miriam.
Do you mean the bird or the mineral?
Shall we be off?
Yes. Just a rock made out of like actual minerals and rocks flies
Listen.
by.
Fairies can find a way.
When
Or
I was a
phase. Yeah.
When I was a child, I wasn't allowed to have a pet, so I had a pet rock, and I decorate it and move it around the house to annoy my parents. Well, not annoy them, but I thought it was funny, and I'd always be like, "How'd he get in there?" But then one day, my dad threw the rock very far away, and I couldn't find it.
I'll
Hey,
find you your rock, pet.
You know, if you smash two rocks together and they create a smaller one, is that a kid rock?
Yeah, named Pebble.
damn it.
Please, Orcus, let us frolic to the Lord of Centaurs.
I always, I
Why
always
would you force
believe.
two rocks together without their consent? Gross.
Frolic with me. And he begins frolicking. Just
Frolic!
Come on, guys, pick up your feet. Or
I
us.
don't know how much longer Miriam can take being the smartest person in the group.
When he threw it,
And
I
Mrs.
thought he
Lily.
threw it all the way to the Feywilds, and I started dreaming that every night. So if we want to run into my pet rock, that will be magical.
Jethro, very bad. Frolicking is shown to all of you thanks to Patry, I believe it was a chipmunk or a squirrel, as well as Ocus.
So I have an advantage, is what you're saying.
All of you frolic. There's no
Right.
actual thing. When you're high on opium and Fae are frolicking with you, you frolic.
It is now a learned skill. We know how to traverse the Feywild.
Now, you don't know how to control where you go, you just know how to frolic. You could end up anywhere in the Feywilds with frolicking. So, as you all are frolicking, you end up traveling for a very long period of time until you come across this beautiful looking grove in front of you. The grove itself is dazzling and sparkling with various different gem-encrusted flowers as far as your eyes can see. It is an awe-inspiring thing as you look at this field, and you notice for some reason Ocus has stopped frolicking as you reach the edge of this field and has begun walking.
Is he avoiding stepping on the flowers?
Yes, he is.
I will do the same to avoid stepping on the flowers.
Okay. I need an acrobatics check from you.
Session advantage.
Does Patry instantly know to avoid the flowers, or does she also need an acrobatic check?
You don't need to make the check. You know how to do it.
Okay.
Oh, double crit.
Let's go.
Super respectful.
You.
So, as all of nobody else? Okay then. Jethro, very graceful.
Did anyone tell us sort of to do this?
No.
I'm just like,
Bernie, as you take a step, you hear,
what?
you look down and the flower, like the gem encrusted into the flower, form like eyes and a face that's pouting at you. Why?
Oh. Sorry.
Watch where you're going, jackass.
Okay.
Be careful, the flower's gonna remember that.
Yeah,
Flowers
sorry,
never forget.
I didn't know there's like living flower. I mean, you know.
You're
All
probably gonna
flowers-
get bitch slapped later.
Flowers have books of grudges.
But how? Why the flowers are going to bitch slap me?
Yeah, anything can bitch slap you if you're offended.
No, it will give you a pollen allergy.
They record all grudges and then they
Oh.
make reconciliation upon those
Yeah, we'll reconcile.
who have hurt
Yeah,
them or betrayed them in any way.
I'd be happy to reconcile with you.
It spits up at you, but you get like a little ruby that lands in your cheek.
Oh,
1 point of piercing damage.
thanks. Is that considered a magical attack?
It is.
Bypasses my armor. Oh.
I would encourage you all to not step on any of the flowers.
Yeah,
A
sorry,
Mantinsian would be very upset.
I'll yank the ruby out of my cheek. Huh.
You can add a 1 GP ruby from the Feywilds into your inventory.
May you grow healthy and your gems sparkle. Healing word on the flower.
Oh, that feels nice.
Did this flower just turn into Mickey?
Enjoy your frolic.
Oh, gosh, get over here. Oh.
Watch yourself, Bernie. Hook you up.
Better swipe where you got that ruby from, or I'll pull my thorns right up your ass.
So, as you all continue journeying, now knowing that you have to be very careful, I would like an acrobatics check from everybody who hasn't already made theirs.
Okay.
Or who is not Fey in origin.
Can Jethro begin to make another roll to do even more incredible acrobatics? But he's also using the genie flying ability he has.
Oh, so you just don't step on them anyways. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but he's doing acrobatic look, those really cheap movie acrobatics that you can tell it's like an actor on a wire doing spins and unnecessary bullshit. Just unnecessary martial arts acrobatic bullshit, which would make a monk jealous.
Sure. So, everybody sees
I've seen
Jethro
better.
spinning in backflips over top of the grove instead of stepping on it. But, Bernie, you did not use your inspiration, did you?
No.
Okay,
I'm
5.
too busy watching Jethro to actually watch my own step.
As you were stepping, shit, sorry. Hey, fucker! And they keep spitting at you with all these rubies into your cheeks.
Stop.
As you make your way through here, that'll be another 12 points of piercing damage and 12 more GP worth of rubies.
All right.
It's a good way to make money here.
Do any of them stick in his horn so his horns are bedazzled?
Absolutely. So,
It's worse because those are the hardest ones to dig out.
Oh, yeah.
as you get through the majority of this beautiful grove in front of you, you look on, and nestled deep within the enchanting Feywilds lies the resplendent Court of Summer, a realm bathed in ethereal radiance and vibrant hues. As you step 1 foot into this magical haven, you immediately can feel the palpable sense of awe and wonder that seems to be waving off of this building towards you all. This court, adorned with intricately woven tapestries of shimmering petals and gossamer threads, is a breathtaking testament to nature's opulence. Lush emerald green foliage weaves its way around golden pillars, casting dancing shadows that playfully caress the sparkling cobblestones beneath. As you look at this, you see that there are sun-kissed flowers that burst forth with a kaleidoscopic splendor, their delicate fragrances mingling with the sweet melodies of birdsong that permeate the air. You can see several of the courtly elves wandering around, wearing very unique attires filled with incredible sense of uniqueness among each of them. Now, as you are wandering forward, you see that there is a group of individuals laughing. It echoes through the entirety of this encampment, and they all seem to be looking over at you, a menagerie of individuals as they are laughing hysterically. You see, hovering in the air are 3 tiny fairies dropping dust onto those underneath them that continue laughing at all of you as you are approaching.
So pretty.
I heard you get crazy powers if you snort pixie dust.
That's a lie. You get high.
That is also a lie. You get an
Oh.
angry pixie.
Has it been an hour?
It has been over an hour.
Is he attuned to it now?
No, he wasn't attuning to it. He's just
Okay,
wearing it.
Lord.
This man is an imbecile, people. He's really stupid.
I just want to see what happens when he attunes to it.
As you are wandering forward, you see one half of the court is completely coated in the familiar, warm sunset feel and glow of the sun that is cast directly above it. You can see that there are incredible amounts of woodland creatures frolicking beneath the dabbled sunset itself. And you have a slight sense of mischievous whimsy coming from that half of the court. Then when you look at the other ones where you see the laughing individuals giggling towards all of you, I need charisma saves.
Ooh, I'm gonna use session advantage.
Is it magic?
Jesus, Bernie, plus
No,
16.
it is not.
Yep.
Do we get benefits from Bernie's aura?
Only if you're within 10 feet of him. Would you be frolicking with Bernie, or are you frolicking ahead?
I would be frolicking behind Oakwood, but I don't know where Bernie is specifically.
I'm going like yanking these rubies out of my horns and cheeks and yeah.
All right, then we'll say you weren't near him. So that means Patry and Mirian. As the woodland creatures are giggling towards your direction, you feel a little self-conscious for a moment, looking at your outfits, wondering what it is they're laughing at specifically. Why are they laughing at you? What did you do? What did you step in something? Do you smell like you two become very self-conscious of why they are laughing? Everybody else, must be a funny joke.
I wonder. I really haven't showered lately, have I?
What?
Darn
Why
it,
did you
should've
just say
went-
that?
Went to that grove.
You know, these little thorns are actually kind of cool. I mean, like you could like use them to like make some like very exclusive like toothpicks or something. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll ask Lily to do that when we get back.
Do I see any other centaurs?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of centaurs.
Yeah, she's gonna get off of Orcus's back and go hang out with centaurs.
Ocus, this isn't Orcus.
Ocus.
Completely different entities.
How many different biological races are here?
Oh, there's a lot of woodland creatures to start with, so if you would classify that, there's that. Races, at least a couple dozen. The wilds aren't known for their exclusivity. As you're all walking past this group of individuals, still laughing and staring at all of you, one of them will call out, "Nice mustache!"
Thank you. Not what's a distinctive thing on this guy?
You look over at him, and he's a satyr, and his left horn is like 2 inches longer than his right horn.
Nice tall and short horn.
The group stops
Jethro does
laughing.
say this with sincerity, by the way. Like, he's high. This is all sincere, but he still says that as he moves on.
The group just stops. Marion, oh god, those are the chalks. You're the only intensely educated person here. You know those are the chalks. One of the pixies flies over to you and pulls at your mustache a little bit, like yanking it up. Hey, what are you saying?
I'm sorry?
You chose to have that rodent on your lip.
Yeah, I did. I grew it and I've waxed it ever since.
No, it's a mustache, not a moustache.
And what are you supposed to be? Some type of cosplaying devil?
I'm not sure what cosplaying is, but no, I'm not a devil.
He looks. The fairy looks over at Ocus, who just hasn't moved at all. Do not try to stop us. What are you gonna do about it, big guy, huh? Last time we beat your ass. You spanked my ass. You did not beat it.
Oh, snap.
I'm not into fairies either. Oh, you weren't here last session. Every so often, whenever any innuendo is made, he just makes it clear he's not into whatever you think it is.
Huh.
So
So
he
are
just kind of pushes. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Marion kind of just pushes the pixie away with his necromancy bone staff off of Jethro's mustache.
Oh, these guys are definitely cosplayers. Yeah, he wants to believe he's a wizard. Ooh.
What is this thing gonna Natalie us and start subtle spelling counterspell? Just gaslight the shit out of someone on magic.
Why is this fairy being so annoying? I thought they were supposed to be like nice and people.
He made fun of
Yeah,
my
some of them-
friend.
He's high.
Who made fun of your friend? Genuinely looks at the rest of them.
They pluck a
At the
hair
party.
from your mustache.
Now, some pixies are little shits.
When they try to pluck his mustache, I temporal shunt it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good
Okay,
point.
let me roll a charisma check for one of them. All right, that's not high enough. Yeah, they don't counter it. Wait, temporal shunt's 5th level, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they would have to then. Yeah. And thump, it disappears and then comes back. Thump.
Cosplay, huh?
Mom! And it goes flying away. Oh.
No one say anything and leave it to Ocus and myself. You're all too high to deal with Faye right now, except for maybe Patrick.
What's this cosplay you keep referencing?
I don't know what you're talking
Oh, it's like
about.
when
I've
you
never-
dress up like you're, like those what do they call it? Those animals.
You know when people go to festivals and they pretend to be things?
Huh.
Oh, I thought it was like Coldplay.
Right.
I got something with that.
Okay,
I mean,
no, you have to explain that. What do you mean in this context?
What do you mean, you people?
You mean like in that one festival in West? There's a festival in Western that does a thing. I once saw a man dressed up in a bunny outfit.
Yeah.
It's the Winter Festival where everyone dresses up as a snowman. Coldplay.
I don't think Coldplay is what you think it is.
Yes, my mother is a big fan of that. Let us keep moving. You continue wandering in towards the court itself, and it's a very wide open and lovely place to behold. Petri, remind me, is this your court?
I actually do not know if I ever specified that.
I know I asked
I
you
don't know,
once
just-
before.
I just know that guessing from her usual personality, I'm assuming it's her court.
Well, summer or spring are both jolly, happy.
Yeah, I think now that I remember, I think it was spring.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, moving further along this grove, you do start to see that there's a large amount of these woodland creatures that seem to appreciate all of you. You start to see that there's a couple of little tiny blue jays that bring wreaths and place them around your heads for each of you. As soon as that happens, Okus reaches back, takes them off your head, and throws them on the ground. Do not accept gifts from Fae.
Okay.
Give out your name.
Yes.
My little bird just glares at them. Like she's mine.
Patrick collects,
Like,
Patrick collects the wreaths. I think they're pretty.
Continuing through, you begin to see that there appears to be a very large fountain hidden within the walls of this court itself that are completely wide open, almost like a cathedral. And as you look at the fountain, it's completely unique to anything you've ever seen. There's 4 very distinct heads of elves that are spewing forth water from their mouths, and the water itself seems to be the colors at different phases of the sun. It seems to be spewing forth daylight into its large fountain. And as you all are approaching, you look over and you see that there appears to be a very round but kind-looking woman sitting on the edge of the fountain currently. She has adorably small wings compared to the rest of the size of her, and she has a wand in her hair, and her hair is tightly bound into a large bun that looks almost messily put together as she seems to be washing her feet in the fountain and turns to look over at all of you. Okus immediately drops down onto his knees and bows.
I follow Okus's manner.
Yep.
Patrick also curtsies.
Well,
Yeah.
She looks at the rest of you.
I think Yanni's not there, and if she's not there, Jethro's out looking for her.
Okay, fair.
Although you do hear from outside, Yanni!
So, who are all of you? I am sorry, I was unaware that this is your bathing hour when I came through here. I was looking for Skerrix. Or Skerrit. Skerrit? I assume you are here to ask for a favor from the old Centaurian Lord? That is correct, ma'am. Ma'am. Oh, You're so exhausting with how formal you are. Why do you seem familiar? Oh, I'm your grandson. Oh, you're one of them. That would explain it. Hello, everybody. You all are not from around here. Looks over at you, Patry. Oh, pleasure. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing amazing. It's nice to be back, though. Usually I'm more familiar with the spring court, but this is a nice change of pace, you know?
Oh, you're not here to parlay on behalf of the Spring Court?
Actually, no. I'm here with my buddies over here. Where? Where's the cute couple? They disappeared. Oh no.
Oh, I think they're just frolicking.
Yanni!
Well, if they're frolicking, they could be anywhere. And Yanni, as you are running, all of the centaurs are just running away from you the entire time.
What?
Yeah,
She
stop
went to talk
flirting
to the
with the
biggest group she
centaurs.
could find.
What'd you say, Yanni?
Went to talk to the biggest group she could find. Specifically, I think I put the coolest female centaur she could find.
As you were approaching any group, they just run. So they keep running away from you.
I don't know if they can outrun Yanni, but we'll do this.
They'll try. Base 40, max of 80. You're slightly faster, but they just keep moving.
No, max of 120. Just a rogue.
What's your base?
40.
Why?
Because she's a scout rogue, you get 10 feet extra.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, you easily catch up to the groups, but they keep running. They turn around, run. Just
Then she's gonna treat it like how you do with horses and try to like catch one and break it as she gets up. I'll do an animal handling as Yanni if we have.
These are people, damn it.
So, as this woman bathing her feet look out there and sees Yanni has gotten a lasso and throwing it at one of the centaurs, Yanni, you and everything you have freezes in place instantly. You can still look around. You can feel the air breezing against you, but you cannot move whatsoever. Everyone else, you look over at the whimsical woman who's now holding the wand and her hair has fallen down into a very messy, like, side shoulder bun that's falling apart. Please do explain what that one is.
I don't know why she's flirting with the centaurs.
Fairy godmother, I'm so very sorry for this. I believe she mistakes my kind as horses, but she seems utterly harmless so long as you are not a squirrel.
Hey guys, I found her, Jethro says, just like carrying a frozen Yanni.
You see the lasso is still unmoving in the air as well, just like halfway casted.
It's like, you know, when you're carrying a ladder and you accidentally hit the side of the door with it before you're going, like that happens but with the lasso.
The robust woman floats out there and Okus follows her. As Yanni, she gets up into your face. We are not meant to be captured, young lady. We are not meant to be tamed or enslaved. She releases the grip on the wand and your lasso falls.
I was just gonna ride one. Slaved. Tamed. What? You're a creature. You have sentient. What? Actually, she's not that smart. I was just gonna ride one. Definitely not enslaved. Is that what you think a horse is? A slave?
When people force them to stay in one area, force them to travel how they see, dig their heels into their sides, yes.
Well, I don't have spurs. And usually if the horse wants to run away, it could probably, get out.
These are centaurs.
Yeah, I know. They're incredible.
We are people.
No, I know.
Try talking.
I did. They just ran.
They may be shy.
Hmm.
Many of us are not as strong as me, so we are shy. I'm very powerful.
Above board question: how strong is he compared to what Dorzen was?
Well, you saw him punch Bernie square in the chest hard enough to lift him up and knock him on his ass. He's pretty strong.
Man, I wanted to get punched too.
Well, anyways, no harm, no foul. Just be sure that you do not commit any harm, and I will not have to foul you.
Gotcha. She's going back towards that centaur. Oh no, you're still holding.
No, you're not.
Let me go.
Young lady, behave while we're guests at someone's home.
Pissing off the summer court is not a great idea.
Literally trying to meet people.
Well, have you tried an offering instead of your other tactic?
Only offering I have is on looks at Orcus's arm.
Focus.
Ocus. Yeah, I keep messing up. Sorry.
Hey, Yanni, you could give them this. And I hand her the creepy doll.
It's perfect. I had one just like
Is
this in my house.
that?
That
What?
centaur's over there.
Jethro starts bringing Yanni with the creepy doll to the centaur she pointed
Just
out.
holding her as she's going forward.
No, it's more like under the arm, like a football kind of thing.
Just a toddler.
Not happy about this at all.
I don't know. Wouldn't that creepy doll be a winter coat kind of thing?
It is very creepy. And creepy can be fun.
I wonder
Okay.
if it talks. My one, you could
Touche.
say words and it would repeat them.
If I remember correctly, you can, when you give it to someone and they attune to it, it will randomly appear behind them whenever they turn around.
No, it's used to them.
Even worse, it attunes to them.
So does that mean the doll has attunement slots?
Does that mean this doll is technically sentient?
Anywho, what did you bring all of these fair people here for? You are the leader. You speak for them. Looks at you, Miriam.
Yes. he
I'm
is.
the only one not drugged out right now, so I guess that's true.
Patry's not drugged out, but she is
I'm not
Patry.
drugged up.
I just looked at Miriam. The amount of times you've ended up speaking for us is amazing.
Yes, and yet you and Bernie are the leaders.
It's funny how that works out.
Oh yeah, that's right. But we're like an autonomous collective of wanderers.
We came up with a group name, for crying out loud.
That's true.
Well, ma'am, may I ask what I may refer to you as?
Oh, the fairy godmother.
Do I know that title, or is that just generic bullshit?
History check.
That's a 13.
So you're not sure what fairy godmother refers to, but you do know fae don't mix match words. So when she says the fairy godmother, it is a very large title.
Would I have any chance of knowing from archaeology and history?
No.
And okay.
No. He has Singorn. There's no archaeology outside of Singorn that would have anything to do
Well,
with this.
Lady Fairy Godmother, first off, thank you for this impromptu meeting. Myself and my companions We're hoping to ask the Centaur Lord with aid in returning to our material plane.
Oh, why do you wish to return?
We as a group are being hunted, and and they are coming from the material plane, so we wish to go there and deal with that.
Oh, so you're going to murder some people.
Effectively, yes.
Fair, fair.
Some asshole people. They're usually not that cool.
Where are they from?
They are from the Dwindalian Empire. They're actually the same people who have been hunting your grandson here.
Oh, which one?
When I said here, I refer to...
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about that. Oak tree? Ocus. Anyways, I'm very familiar with the Dwindalian Empire.
You are?
Oh, there are quite a few young people that require a fairy godmother, over in the Empire especially.
I would imagine so, considering what's been going on there recently.
Yes, very dramatic over there. Mortals have such strange desires from everything they have and want.
Yes, especially from the liches.
Oh, there's a lich infestation again.
Well, not really infestation, just one has disguised itself as a point of authority and is now effectively running everything.
I would still classify that as an infestation, personally.
Fair.
Well, if you all are looking for a way back, I would be capable of sending you back and, well, maybe even bring you with me when I have to go, meet a new child.
That would be quite generous, my lady. If I may ask, what would you require from us in return?
You are very smart. Yes, I do require things. I don't do anything for free, unless you want me to give you this for free.
I would never mean to insult someone of your stature.
Oh, and you are wise as well. Okus gives you like a thumbs up from behind her. Like, don't. Get him to make wishes from her. You see, there's a little bit of a situation going on around here lately, and I believe that some mortal interjection would, at minimum, be very entertaining.
What kind of situation, if you would be so kind?
Oh. You see, we have a location here that is referred to as the Fey Crossing. It is pushed between the realm of summer and the realm of spring on who owns it. Of course, whoever is currently running the wilds as a whole dictates who owns the crossing itself. And, well, we've been needing some assistance getting some of our Fae across into the other court of spring. You see, they're going to be having a phenomenal festival, and we really would love to attend it. It's going to have funnel cake, and they do this magnificent thing where they take different various forms of chocolatey candies, and they sprinkle that crushed up on top of the funnel cake, and it's divine.
Oh my gosh.
So
That sounds awesome.
what I would need is simply for all of you to find a way to get 10 of us across the Fey Crossing.
Specifically to the Court of Spring? Question?
Just across the crossing.
Well, Myriad knows the implication of that word. And this method of crossing would only be used for, say, to engage with festivals with the Court of Spring, if I'm understanding your meaning.
That is my intention to use it as such.
But Miriam's not stupid. He knows what she's trying to do. I believe we may be capable of aiding in this endeavor.
There are 10 specific Fae within my specific section of the court. If you can allow each of us to cross over the Fae crossing, then I, the fairy godmother, will take all of you here with me when I visit the next Zemnian child who I need to help. We have a deal?
I look over to Ocus and the rest of the group, like judging their.
Patrick's thinking about them funnel cakes.
I mean, Jethro and Yanni are over trying to offer that centaur their doll, I think.
And Tolsha and Bernie are high as fuck.
Right. I would like to insight her, because I'm thinking she's trying to use us as a way to find a way to cross the crossing, to not just go to one court, but to all of them.
Go ahead.
Gonna use a lore keeper for this one. Don't have a lot of insight, so it's probably a shot in the dark.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Dirty 20.
Pretty good indeed.
Sure.
Wow. Holy shit, you actually beat her.
This person's like an archfey, right?
Who knows? She has ulterior motives, obviously. It cannot be as simplistic as she is saying, but to know specifically what those ulterior motives are, that you cannot achieve. But you are very sure that what she is asking for will be much more difficult than she is alluding to, and will maybe have larger impacts within the wilds themselves.
Well, my lady, while I do thank you for this opportunity, I believe the ramifications of such a task and the difficulty might be outweighing the proposed reward.
Well, the reward is something that you need, correct?
Correct. But if we say, do this implication, myself and my group quite possibly could be run afoul of the other courts. That would be quite a dangerous thing for us. Would you not agree?
I agree that it could, in fact, be a little dangerous. But I also believe that this strapping, beautiful young man here and your other beautiful friends would be capable of such a task. Or, alternatively, if you die, at least it will be entertaining.
Picking my words very carefully here.
Yeah. Gotta be sure not to insult her.
Yeah.
Hey, Tulsa, can't you just do that thing you do?
Unsure.
Well, my lady, I believe my group and I might actually be in possession of a way to simply solve this little crossing dispute and give you quite a feast of entertainment that hasn't been seen in, say, since the gods walked our lands.
Most gods are very boring. But what do you mean?
I look to Tulsha and I gesture for the orb.
Singularity.
Yep.
Tulsha knows that look and is like, fine.
This person can kill us with a snap of their fingers.
Yeah, and she'll put her bag out and start digging through it and pull out the reality singularity.
This artifact, my lady, was created when the gods warred with themselves on our world. It has a very curious ability of changing the realm of wherever it is, if it is staying in one place too long. With such an artifact, potentially we could create a portion of the Fey Crossing as a part of the Court of Summer. Forever. Trying to make a deal with an archfey. Being very careful here.
She holds her hand out to look at the object. May I observe it?
As long as you promise to give it back.
Of course
Before
I'll
we
give
leave.
it back.
Just
Before
don't
we leave.
take it and go away.
She'll palm it into her hand. Yeah, Wyatt, I saw that. Yeah.
I made her say, before I gave it to her, I made her say, before we leave.
Right.
Never leaving.
Good job.
Then we'll get it back when we're skeletons.
She'll look at the object.
I'm trying to word this as best I can, man.
Yeah, no, it's...
You ran off. You don't get to criticize the things I did.
No, I'm saying like you're not supposed to hand anything over here anyways. Like that's why you don't take gifts.
But she didn't ask for the object, she asked to observe it.
I mean, she still grabbed it, observing it. You just can look at something. Like you don't have to grab something to observe something.
Yeah, and that's why I made her promise to return it, which I should have been more specific, but
You are correct. Wow. This seems to be touched by the goddess of creation.
oh shit. We didn't know that.
Ah.
No.
How did all of you get your hands on such a magnificent marvel?
Well, my lady, let's just say we're in a bit of a treasure hunt between us and the Empire for these artifacts, several of which have appeared on our world.
Really? That is intriguing. There's a lot of, well, mischief that can be had by wielding such a thing. I mean, you could, well, if you had a grand enough understanding of things, alter reality as itself. In proximity to it, of course.
Of course.
But what you said was you would make it permanent. And unfortunately, permanence requires this object's presence, or else it can revert.
And you now understand perhaps the need for additional compensation of giving up such a powerful tool.
Oh, we're not giving it up.
if there's one place I would trust it more, what's worse, Trent and the Empire or a Fey court? Do that math.
That's actually a hard one.
Kaji's just thinking about them funnel cakes, man.
Well, that's not. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we agreed that we would keep these things safe.
We agreed to keep them safe and away from mortal hands.
Well, I am certainly not a mortal.
We didn't talk about keeping them away from mortal hands, did we?
Well,
I'm trying to remember the conversation, to be honest.
Safety is the biggest thing.
Yeah, and what better safety than under the protection of the summer courts? And more specifically, the fairy godmother. Hey, if the courts are fighting against themselves, they're not dealing with us.
True.
That might give us 10 days of peace.
I mean, it sounds like they wanted to make a bridge to leave the Feywilds, so giving it the ability to leave is.
Well, it doesn't open portals. It only brings plane to plane. It's not actually a bridge. From my understanding of the orb, and Joey, correct me on this, it takes the characteristics and pulls them into the plane. It's not necessarily like punching a hole through a piece of paper. It's kind of like folding them. Is that a good analogy, Joey?
Me,
Or am I completely misunderstanding this object?
This object can, to the best of your understanding, warp reality to make a bridge between two realms.
Yeah,
you have no concept of how to control that, of course. But based off of what she's saying, she seems to have a more grand understanding of this object by looking at it than you have from studying it.
Wait, so it actually can like open reality? I thought it was layering reality.
That's what you could do with it. Or what it just statically does. No.
Miriam realizes that as like shit.
Well, I'll tell you what. I am very intrigued to get this object. How about a tuning fork?
I gestured at Tolsha. That's very rare, if I remember correctly, in this universe.
Tuning forks to ulterior planes is incredibly rare.
Hey, I have not a fork, but it's a tuning sword. You could have that. It goes to this. What was the place? ZODIAC? No.
Wait,
Zodiac.
you have a tuning fork to ZODIAC.
Yeah.
Yes, my lady.
Oh no, Wyatt!
Please.
Are we about to make several trades with this person? Because a tuning fork and a tuning fork are, at bare minimum, equal, without talking about planes.
True.
It's just a sword. It's not a tuning sword. But if you have
The sword specified on the note acts as a tuning fork.
It did.
The note we got said it specifies as a tuning.
It's
object.
a magically created object from a creature of that realm on that realm with material specifically from that realm. It is.
That's
it can
it's
act.
like every object from every other realm.
Yes.
Well,
Like,
magical
that's what I did was very
magical object.
stupid.
Magical
Yeah,
objects can do that, not mundane ones.
So if I had a +1 bow from Solemn, I can now plane shift the Solemn.
As a
But
tuning fork.
Then what's the point of Dream of the Blue Veil?
How do you get a +1 bow from Solemn?
We just find one. I mean, they just got one from a fucking sword getting thrown across the universe. The thing is, like, we found stuff from Solemn before. We found a map from Solemn in this game. Like,
That was in a mundane map.
yeah, but if that's like the only difference, It just feels like it kind of defeats the purpose of Dream of the Blue Veil. Like that's the whole point of that spell is instead of having a tuning fork, you have an object from that realm. Like having any magical object, seeing as how magical objects are pretty easy to come across. Like
yes, but not from other worlds. That's incredibly rare.
I guess. I mean, I still
unless
feel like
somebody makes the mistake of throwing it at a different world.
Well, I'm not saying don't give it to them. I'm actually excited if you give them the Zodiac one, but like, it's more, like I said,
Also,
it defeats the
Dream of the
purpose
Blue
of
Veil
the
sends us as spirits. Tuning forks take the physical body. Like,
but the Blue Veil is
you're-
if you keep reading through the Blue Veil, it takes you as spirits, but then you can traverse there. It's the way to get past not having a tuning fork for plane shift. It's just like a cheat get around how to do that. And
it's how people got items before someone started throwing things in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm mostly intrigued in this singularity, though. What is it that you require for it?
If you excuse us one moment, my lady, group huddle.
Very well.
I don't know, considering that is also technically of religious importance to my religion.
Tulsha, it was kept in your temple, in a ruined version of your temple. Has your god ever specified it belongs to your religion?
As someone that is high, can I make a history check to try to remember?
You can try.
I will try.
Also, Bernie, that was a good idea with the tuning fork. I think we can train the one for the Feywild for this one, because I don't think any of us are going to go to this Zodiac ever.
No, I've been just keeping it on, not using it for anything. I mean, it's a good sword, but I mean, I prefer my shield and axe.
So you would say it would be a good trade to be able to come back here whenever we wanted.
I don't remember if it's of religious importance, but I do remember we actually have two of those swords.
Oh, we do? We do! Another one fell in the other house!
Oh yeah, we have a short sword as well.
Wyatt, please tell me that wasn't your character that did that.
It was me and like two other people.
God damn it!
It was a group effort.
This is kind of the point of doing this. So like, I would be very happy if you give it to this Archfey, but like,
okay, so
especially with,
tuning
like,
fork for
one
tuning
shot
fork,
coming.
that's one deal. What do you think we could get from, assumingly an Archfey? Actually, we can ask Ocus, what ranking does the Fairy Godmother hold in court?
Well, the Fairy Godmother is one of the on-again, off-again archfays of the court itself. She is in charge of all of the fairies and the fairy godmothers, the benevolent ones and the evil ones as well. She's as influential as Emanticion, and more so than Skirit.
Do we know who that first name was? Should we?
He mentioned it once before, and well, the flower Bernie stepped on mentioned it once before.
You know,
Is a shot in the dark for history for that?
Would Patchy know who that is?
Patry, potentially. History.
you know, we could
That's history, man. Like,
we could offer one of the swords and a copy of the notes on the ones that we found, the singularities. I'd imagine the one in Zarzev would be very of much interest to them.
I would prefer not only to giving up one nuke today, please.
Well, no, we'd keep ours and give them the notes. We can't be responsible for what the Fae do and do not do with that knowledge.
Do you really want to have someone send Faye to deal with Zarzev?
Or perhaps even the Chaos one that's somewhere in the Empire.
I think the
Patry,
fact that it's here now is more what's drawing her attention.
you don't know very much about Imantesian, but they are associated with trees. That's all you really have.
Yeah, I know the Imantesium are really big on being tree hugging.
Oh,
I have an idea.
I also have one.
You go first, because I don't know if mine is if the orb is worth this one.
I don't think we should trade the orb away, but we do have a certain leaf that's worth very much.
Would that even work in this room?
I'd assume so.
It's a tree attuned to the...
So,
Wait.
why are all of you interested in making a deal with the fairy godmother outside of the one she asked you all to make?
I'm not,
No,
but it's ideas.
We're trying to figure out the compensation.
You require more than to return home.
Well, if we are giving up if we are giving up such a powerful artifact,
Which we aren't.
Which we aren't. But if this puts us in a negative light for the other courts,
Yeah, I don't want to be kicked out of my house.
perhaps not only return home, but then it'll be ability to make a deal for a tuning fork for a tuning fork as well as the compensation.
I will admit I did not realize that the orb could just make a door. That was my bad. We have not studied this enough.
No, I've been meaning to.
Second, I feel like, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like getting this thing away from our plane might be the best.
Maybe. I'd have to think on it more.
I also, and here is my plan. So here's my plan. So part of the contract, we get Faye over to the spring. That gets us a ride home. We can trade a tuning fork for a tuning fork so we can come back here. If we decide to give the orb, I would request a boon to each of us.
But if you say the orb can open doors, can't we just...
I don't know how to do that. She does. I didn't know that was possible. At most, I thought it was threading the realms together.
Well, you could probably learn it. You're a quick study.
I mean, that was my plan C, was attempting to use plane shift with that as a focus.
Bernie, we've been here 3 hours, and it's been 3 days on the other side.
Oh,
Something has already happened to Pride's Call.
Or will.
Or will.
right. Well, then we need to get back quick.
Right. And unfortunately, actually, that's a good amendment to bring up of how long till the next child she needs to meet in the Empire. That's a good thing that we need to add to the deal, to know how long it's going to be. Could be a day from now, or it could be 100 years.
But Tulsa, why can't you just do that thing you do? The one we did from the Shadowfell.
Too many people. I mean, I could attempt a plane shift with that, but would any item from our home plane act as a tuning fork?
If it is magically created through materials that were from your home realm, yes.
So here's the problem. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people.
Let me check on plane shift.
I believe plane shift's max is 6.
Up to 8, it's enough.
Wait, what? Then why did we have a problem in the Shadow?
I have no idea.
I didn't have
Because
planeshift yet.
you had a lot more people with you back then.
You used Word of Recall. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Mm-hmm.
that's the one I was
Oh
thinking
my
about.
God! Why are we even? Oh.
I don't know.
Look, Tulsa's high right now. She's not thinking fully.
Yeah,
I'm playing into that. I'm playing into her being high.
When the players read their spells.
Fuck. What?
What?
Question though. Would getting a boon from an archfey for each of us be worth giving this thing up? Because that can be very powerful or very weird. If it's even worth that much. Actually, good question. Joey, would I know about this what I'm talking about in character at all?
What? Boons?
Boons being granted by the Fey Court.
No.
Okay.
Everything in Singorn is a warning about interacting with the people from the Fae.
Okay, so I wouldn't actually know what a boon is then. Okay, never mind.
Wait, Pat, you know that?
Yes.
Would you have to roll?
Well, Tulsa, can't you do that thing then, so we can go home?
I think I could.
Why did you not mention that before we started entering negotiations with an archfey?
Opium?
Or Ocus, what would your grandmother require in compensation if we just broke off? Said we don't need to do this deal anymore?
We haven't made a
Nothing.
deal yet.
You haven't made a deal.
Okay, good. I just didn't want to offend her.
Oh, she would still be offended.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yes.
Offer
but I
one
mean-
of the swords saying that to not offend, I'd say. A gift. Thank her for her time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we're not using the big one anyway, or the small one.
Would that work? Looking to Ocus.
You picked a really canonical name.
I do not know specifically what it is she desires. You can certainly try.
I'm very concerned that I accidentally dangled a nuke in front of Russia.
Well, with this in mind, I will present the one needed when we decide to break it off.
Telsha, how long does it take to cast that spell?
6 seconds.
Do we need to be holding each other?
Touching hands, yes.
Archfey, they can cancel that out, can't they?
Mm. We need to leave the court then.
I mean, we haven't made any deals yet, so.
Right. But
Hey,
they are very reputation based.
Sure.
She might see this as an insult.
That's why you give the gift in exchange for the time
Exactly.
and potentiality, but saying we have to respectfully decline. But give her the gift as a sign of respect.
I'll turn around and go over towards the fairy godmother, and I'll present the sword. And we are sorry for.
So you turn around and she's not standing there anymore.
Oh.
What? Did she just leave with the orb? She said she was only observing it, not taking it.
Yeah, she's observing it.
She also promised to give it back.
When you leave. Before you leave.
Okay.
Well, I'm still talking towards her, and where she was at least. And just, Miss Fairy Godmother, we are sorry for bumping in and taking your time. Please return the orb, and as compensation for us barging in and unnecessarily bothering you, you can have this sword here as a free gift.
She pops her head out from behind the walls where the fountain was. Oh, you all changed your minds. She starts floating over towards you.
Yeah, we did. And again, we apologize so much for the intrusion and
So
bothering you.
the deal is I don't seek retribution for the waste of my time, and you give me that sword.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Favorable enough.
I will
Miriam
hold my
asks for the orb back.
Oh, she'll hand you the orb back.
I'm identifying it to make sure it's still the same orb I gave her.
Okay. She'll take the sword and tosses it in the air, and it just turns into sparkly dust.
There you go. Pleasure doing business with you, and have a good, a very good season.
You all as well. And as you all can finally plane
is it
shift,
the
yes,
orb?
it's the orb. As you
Okay.
all can finally plane shift back, we'll go ahead and go on break.
I just don't want to end up in the water, guys. Like I feel like somebody's gonna die.
No, that's a legitimate concern for certain levels of groups. Anywho, we're going to be rolling off to see which magic item you all use as a focus point. You will be arriving within 100 miles of that magical item, where it was created, on the plane it was created. And yes, we have 1, the burial spear, which none of you know where it was created. 2, we have, what's the object for the Menagerie Coast?
That would be the Amulet of the Devout. I have.
That came from the coast? I thought you got that from your church.
No, Lily made it.
Oh, okay. That would actually be from there. 2, the Menagerie Coast. And the third one was Headband of Intellect from Yanni.
Yeah, the one from her family for generations.
Which is definitely in the heart of the Empire. So, all 3 of you, roll your d20s. High roll wins. High roll wins. Oh, no!
Oh.
No!
Okay. I'm kind of rooting for the burial spear because I do like the idea of chaos, but I don't want Yanni dying. Yep.
Burial spear.
Let's go.
All right.
Random bullshit.
So just ahead of time, Joey, water walking everyone. We're charging up the sigil for the Empire just in case, because we have no idea where this is taking us.
Yeah, fair.
So that way, water walk is also lava and whatnot.
We're going to Isocross. I'm telling you that right now.
And also channeling the time fragment at the same time.
No.
Hey,
No,
that doesn't
we're
work
not
this
doing
way.
I'm not
Alrighty.
attuned to it.
Let me just make sure what you have is the object that I believe it is. Tolsha, it's on your character sheet? Or is it a handout?
It's
It's a handout. It's a handout.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's the thing she's been trying to get a nat 20 to instantly kill something on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That we found inside the vault in the ruins of Draconia.
Burial. Not the unburial spear, the burial spear. Okay.
The burial spear, yes.
Those are different objects.
There's an unburial spear?
Don't worry about it. Okay, not that century.
Oh, that's right. We're in the
it-
Feywild.
if
Time
it-
works fun here.
No,
It's
no,
like
I'm going
shattered.
through. So,
We're so happy.
out of character, I have an absurdly high number of pages in a multiple Google Docs that are the history and timeline of our universe. Only the prevalent details, of course. Yeah, that was. Ooh.
One of the few objects made in the shadow.
He's making the ooh face.
So,
Patrick wins.
Did I roll that D100 to see how close we end up?
yeah, please do, because that can make a pretty big difference.
Here we go.
I swear to God, if it was the shattered oh God.
82
82.
miles away from where it was specifically created. Oh, jeepers.
Do you want us to roll a d4 to end up on certain...
This is why we should have gone with Yanni's. I always roll low on these D100s.
Alrighty, so we're looking for...
Well, if everyone's rolling a d100, I want to try.
I always roll low on them. I don't think I ever roll above a 30.
You should start playing Call of Cthulhu then.
I gotta start playing what is it, Warhammer, because that's like where it's like great.
Oh, I rolled a d20. Hey, not 20.
Everybody. Oh, let me actually make sure that this is more appropriate.
Adventure.
Oh, wait a minute. Was it not made on our plane of existence?
No, it was not.
Fuck!
We're ending up in the Shadowfell. Confirmed.
Oh,
Have to
shit.
be the shadow
We're,
fall.
no, we're ending up in the Feywild.
If we,
No.
there's no way the burial spear was made.
Well, here's the good news.
Yeah.
After 3 days, we're immediately transported home.
We're in hell.
As you all are holding onto this spear, Tolsha channeling her godly influence through it, and Tolsha, as you have called out to Mama Vusi for this assistance through the spear. You hear at first the sounds of whispers along the wind, and then you hear a cackle and very loud, sinister laughter that sounds ominously like Mama Vusi sounds. Tolsha?
Oh no.
You all feel yourselves dematerializing and then reforming, moving at this incredibly fast pace through the realms and feeling at first a lack of sensation, anything whatsoever. And then later you start to feel a heat, an intense heat that sparks all over your bodies and then continues down further and further. Eventually, you all rematerialize. And the first thing that you can all notice is you see your breath in front of your faces. You are covered in snow instantaneously as there appears to be a large blizzard taking place where you are standing. There are sheer cliffs of ice frozen all around you, and you see that you are walking on top of snow as well, as all of you are breathing intensely, exhaling in and out. You all realize that you are severely underdressed for this environment, aside from Miriam, who, yeah, it's pretty nippy.
Where the hell are we?
Frosty, where did we go?
Wait,
What happened?
It's cold.
Where are the trees? Is this the Feywild?
No, shifted out of there.
What do you mean we shifted out?
Memory thread. In your pocket.
And as soon as you all begin breathing clear air, you are no longer influenced by the opium in the air.
The fuck are we here?
I feel so
Immediately drawing
confused.
Private Sanctum.
I don't think Private Sanctum.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So,
Tiny Hut doesn't.
as you begin drawing forth that hut, everybody else is... luckily, I think all of you have warm clothes from either time spent in the Empire temporarily, long-term, things like that, right?
We do.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
except for Zash and Okus.
Oh, Zash is, you see that she's literally jogging in place, rubbing her arms, freezing right now. And Okus is looking around, and he seems to just be... I do not like this. It is
Don't know where
cold.
we ended up.
I feel like if I hugged a mirror, I would cut it.
Right. Where exactly are we?
I'm not entirely sure. It goes within a range of the point it was made.
You felt a fairly substantial deviation from where you were supposed to land.
And it was fairly substantial.
Right. But are we on Exandria at least?
You look up at the skies and you see that there's rolling lightning and thunder mixed into this large storm, and the skies above you are pitch black. There's no clouds, it's just thunder and lightning.
Very,
Have
very.
I've ever
frightening.
seen somewhere like this on Exandria.
Bernie may roll a history check. What languages do... Exotic languages do individuals know?
I know infernal.
The thieves can't quarry.
Draconic, Elvish,
Zendian.
Draconic,
Undercommon.
Elvish, Giant.
Damn, sounds like just Bernie then.
Quarry's not exotic.
No, I mean for this check. Looking around, Bernie, you remember in your younger years, you first joining the fleet, you had to learn about various different imposing threats, and one class that you were kind of forced to take because of your tiefling heritage was Threats of the Beyond and information pertaining to the language that you innately speak. By your best guess, you think that you might be in Stygia, in hell.
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
This thing was forged in the hells?
Why are we in hell?
I
Well,
don't.
wait. Did Bernie reveal that yet?
Oh, that's fair.
He's the only one who knows.
Yeah. We should really get out of here quickly.
We don't even know where we are.
We are
Do I see
in
anything?
most likely Stygia.
Hell is Stygia.
If none of you
It is-
speak his language, you have no idea, but go ahead.
It is one of the layers of hell.
Why are we in hell?
I don't know.
Don't know either. How
I
long
know
am
how
I?
that spell works, right, as a wizard? Because I know teleportation spells.
That is plane shift a teleportation spell that wizards can know though, because this is
Yeah.
Good question.
yeah.
Wizards can learn plane shift.
All wizards?
Yeah, wizards can learn it. I could have learned it on Liara, and I actively chose to take Dream of the Blue Veil because I thought it was fun.
It is.
I wanted Prissa to learn it, but
Yeah.
other things took priority.
Yeah,
Cleric.
Pretty much everything but half-casters can learn plane shift.
All right,
Yeah,
roll an
clerics-
Arcana check then.
Cleric, druid, sorcerers, warlock, wizard can learn it.
Arcana check.
Rangers. That'd be fun.
Paladins. Artificers.
24.
That's,
Because your object is that you all chose to do, while high, mind you, is not native to your realm, it brought you to where it was native to.
damn it all. Your spear was forged in this hell.
What's that supposed to mean? What? That doesn't explain why we're here.
Plane shift uses the object as a anchor. We go to wherever it was forged.
Then why did we use the spear?
We thought it was from Exandria.
Did you know that for sure?
Actually, I have no idea what you're talking about because all my memories from before that are gone.
Oh yeah, that conversation
One
happened.
Everyone else succeeded or was Fey. Has Fey ancestry.
That's
I
right.
know
You
one thing, and I only know one thing to do: to change my contingency to polymorph.
How long on that spell, Marion? It's frigid.
Apparently, it actually does nothing.
Yeah, yeah, you were confusing Tiny Hut and
Hut's the
Sanctum.
one that controls the climate inside.
Yeah.
I don't have mansion prepared.
All right, you seem fine. And out of everyone here, who seems the most capable in the cold other than Miriam?
Looking around, Yanni, being from the Empire, definitely seems like she's more acclimated to this environment. Others are actively like a little frigid, putting on extra layers. Yanni seems to be like handling herself very tactically in this environment.
All right, Yanni, I'm gonna trust you with. I'm trusting you with this because I trust you. And he hands her the ring, the one that we used before. And Jethro's
the
gonna act.
Genie ring?
It's the genie ring, and
She's
Jethro
immediately dropping it.
Well, it's funny because as that happens, Jethro activates this, and will use his bottled respite things to put him, Tulsha, Patry, Bernie, and the other two.
Point. They have to be willing, which means you have to tell them what you're doing before.
Okay,
Unless they have blind trust in you, which you're a new character.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I can give us a space that's not in the fucking cold to properly better plan. Unfortunately, you and Yanni, you since you both seem to be all right out here, are gonna be outside of the planning. Is this all right?
Okay, well, as long as I get I get to someplace warmer.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and then Jethro will give Yanni the ring, activate that, and the ring gets dropped as we all get poofed into
Well,
the thing.
Anybody willing to go inside gets poofed. Anybody
I
going
just
in?
said it's. I just said it's
Patrick
nice
is.
and.
Patrick goes in. Tolsha?
I got us. Here's just. I need to go in there because I'm still exhausted from before.
Yeah. Bernie?
I'll do 1d2 on it.
Okay.
2 I go in.
Since we know we're in hell now, I'm gonna continue I'm gonna keep doing the private sanctum so nothing tries to find us here.
All right. So
I'm staying outside.
you're aware of everything that happens outside, those of you inside. And it is immediately very warm. And why don't you describe what the inside of your vessel looks like?
All right. So in the description, it says 20 by 20 foot radius cylinder that resembles a vessel. So it's like the little pocket inside the ring. The interior is appointed with cushions and low tables and is a comfortable temperature. That's part of the spell. While inside we can hear from outside as if we were in the space. So it's basically like, think of a living room, a very nice living room with like a coffee table, and like the couch is a pull-out couch for a bed or futon or whatever you want to call it. And then there's like not a whoopee cushion. Those little cushions that you sit on, the big ones, the
beanbag chairs?
beanbag chairs. Thank you.
The
There's a
whoopee
beanbag chair in
cushions
the
you
corner.
sit
The
on.
whoopee cushion.
I couldn't think of the one. Yeah, there's a beanbag chair in there too.
I'm sorry, that's just... Whoopee cushions you sit on. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will say, just for the hell of it, there is a whoopee cushion in there that Ruben got Jethro with when he first did this.
So, immediately warmth befalls the three of you inside. The other three, Bernie, you're the expert in insight, correct?
Yeah.
There's been something going on between Jethro and Yanni ever since you went to came back from the realm of dreams.
Right.
It's their relationship seems to have been severely altered.
All right. So at this point, it's just me, Miriam, and Yanni staying outside, or
Correct. Everyone else has disappeared.
Right.
Based off of what he says, they're inside of that gem.
The ring that
Ring.
Yanni literally just dropped into the snow.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not touching that genie.
I'm picking it up because the snow doesn't bother me anyway.
Oh!
Very good.
I had to make
Very
one.
good.
I had to
Very
make
Tyrion,
good.
one.
if you
Yeah.
know
Very good. I'm
anything
proud
that's
of
good
you.
for you, you let it go right now.
Hey, do you want to build a snowman? No. Yeah. All
Not
right.
the
Let's think about this. Miriam, how long does this thing last again? The sanctum.
Sanctum lasts for 24 hours, so nothing on this plane knows where we are, but we are still
right.
affected by the cold.
That is good. But can they like see into it? Or
They cannot see. No spells of divination can be seen, and we are obscured. Well, first off, we're also obscured by a blizzard, but we're also obscured by magical mist and everything else.
right.
No sound can, and no sound can come out of it.
All right.
And no one can teleport into us
No,
directly.
I'm just thinking there might be things living in this blizzard that aren't really affected by the obscuring mist, kind of. But all right.
Bernie, the only thing that can detect us
I
is
think-
something with tremors. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's I'm asking, like, can they mundanely see through it, into it?
No.
I mean? No. Okay. Good. That gives us some time, yeah. Yanni, I'm not sure what's going on with you and Jethro. I've noticed there's a bit of tension that wasn't there before.
I don't really think this is a time right now, seeing as we're in hell.
Yeah, I agree with the sentiment, but at the same time, if there is something really going on with the two of you, it would be good to know about it because, well, from what I've learned of hell is that it can bring out the darker sides of people, sort of like the Shadowfell is able to. Right. So I don't know how long they can stay in the ring for. Hopefully, Tulsha will be able to do the same thing again, maybe, that we did to get out of the Feywild. So, yeah, let's just set up and see if we can't make this place kind of defensible or something. I don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, sort of.
And scout ahead, see if there's a city. I've heard that there are cities in hell.
Right, but cities have inhabitants.
It might be better than hanging out here and waiting for something to just run into us. Yanni also has her circlet back because that guy wasn't attuned to it.
Right, yeah. Do you know how that ring works?
No idea. I didn't even know he could do that. There's a lot of things I'm starting to realize I didn't know about him.
Right, well, he's done it once before. When he went into the ring, when we rescued my brother. But I didn't know he could bring more than himself in there. In any case, it's Miriam, what more do you know of the Hells or Stygia specifically?
Ooh, what would I have learned at the Lyceum? Because this is not my specialty.
You are not proficient in any of the fiendish languages, correct?
No.
You didn't study anything pertaining to it. Bernie's the only one.
I know nothing of the Hells, other than that there are 9 of them.
Oh, yeah. I thought you wizards all studied, like, the planes and all that kind of... Alright,
My specialty is necromancy, Bernie. I didn't really spend time for things outside of our realm of existence that much.
Right, fair enough. Well, yeah, can you give me, like, a quick rundown of how Stygia is in your world, Joey?
Sure. You rolled a 19 on your history, correct?
Right.
Stygia is the 5th layer of the 9 Hells. It is rumored to be a frozen sea, but that is debated as not really anybody who was educating you had been in Stygia long enough to dig deep enough underneath the ice to find the sea itself that resides there. Though, of course, there can be seen salt waters on very far reaches of it. It is believed to be an infinite planes, or maybe it overlaps with other planes with their connections to other frozen areas. But again, that is just a theory, not typically very true. It is wildly inhabited, scarcely by individual creatures. It's most of the time pack-style creatures. Abashi are very common here. Dire wolves you will see in packs of 10 or greater. Frost giants can be seen. Frost worms are the only things that would be individualistic creatures out here that survive, aside from mammoths and spinagons.
Right.
It is ruled by one of the lords that is either the most powerful devil of all time or the least dangerous. You're not sure which way it goes.
Right.
But
I know the name of this archdevil.
Oh, yes, you do.
Is it Levistus?
It
Or
is Levistus, yes.
All right. Yeah, so I'll just give them both that sort of a rundown.
I'd be able to tell if there were worms nearby if you want me to scout. If not, we can try to hunker down here, but I don't like the idea of not having some secondary precaution or anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really like the thought of going to find a city, because that inevitably means we'll have to deal with devils in some form or another. And that never leads to anything good.
And you're covered with a lot of iconography.
Yeah, but thankfully the lawbearer is somewhat respected in the Hells. Of course, not as much as Asmodeus, but at least we are on the same page when it comes to the law.
We'd be saying his name in the Hells. I feel like that's bad omen.
Technically, no sound can penetrate this zone. So technically, no sound and no God-seeing ears can detect anything happening in this zone at the moment.
For Bernie's sake of his knowledge, Bernie,
Yeah.
speaking the name of the Lords of Hell is not a big blight unless the Lord of Hell that you are speaking of is either A, antithesis of you or what you represent or what you do, or B, you are being in any way unrespectful towards them. So long as you speak about them respectfully and you are not an antithesis, which you, as a paladin of the lawbearer, the lawful evil devils are not your antithesis.
No.
That'd be chaotic good, right?
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral?
Neutral,
yeah.
good, chaos. They hate chaos.
Yeah,
That's what they
in
despise.
general. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably would hate me then.
So basically,
So.
Patchy should keep her mouth shut right now.
But go ahead, Bernie.
Yeah, I'll just relay that as well, so that they are aware. I do think we should try to hunker down. I mean, the storm itself is a form of shelter, and we do have this sphere that provides us with even more security. It's really cold, though, but yeah, I think we've all been in the cold before. From what I understand, it's not supposed to get as cold as it might get in the 8th layer.
I have a mechanic question.
Sure.
If I cast Forbiddance inside of Jethro's vessel, does it affect the area around it or just the vessel?
Now, you have to roll that in chat.
Well, while he's doing that, does Fabricate work on snow and ice?
You have to roll that in chat.
Technically speaking, as far as the Forbidden things goes, we're not actually in like a different plane. We are just inside the ring. The ring is the spot where it's cast. So
it's not an extra dimensional space. It's an alternative dimensional space, which I found out on some random podcast I was listening to one day during my vacation. Yeah. It's a weird difference. Your space is
Genie
not
magic.
Yeah, your space is not different from the space they're in. It's just smaller.
So basically, we've shrunken down. Okay.
More or
It's
less.
a Pokeball. Think of it like that.
So
Yeah.
in that case, during their conversation, hearing this and whatnot, I would start ritually casting Forbiddance to limit itself to the sphere area, not beyond.
All right, I need you to roll
Casting
me.
Forbiddance in the Hells. That's going to be fun.
I need you to roll me a D100 as.
This is how we get killed. Like, this is how Worm comes up.
Okay.
Well, it's been a
Homework
good
talks
run.
like, hey guys,
Okay.
I can give you direction.
All right.
Is that 283s?
Listen,
Could you
with the
roll
way
a-
Yanni is, anything that wants to help you guys is dead. Just
Actually, that's 82 and then 83 on my
That's
D100.
insane. Yeah, no, Jethro rolled the other 83. I was like, they just rolled
God
283
damn.
in a row.
You should just use your divine intervention already. Like, get it over.
I don't have it
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
So does the forbiddance work just within the sphere? I'm not trying to go beyond. I'm not doing the max range.
Their forbiddance does go up, but you do hear a subtle warning as you cast it.
I love this kills us.
Well, very interesting. I would say that you should be careful about revealing my magic while you are here. They don't like me.
Very well. She'll respond back. So, Mongolies, you're not like in the hells. That's good to know.
Well, she's chaotic.
Yeah,
Love is a battlefield.
it is. And I'm sure the others would be able to see that familiar like shimmer of the forbiddance going up.
And then fabricate. Let me read this. Same material. Fabricate. Yeah, this is all physical materials. None of this is magical, so you can fabricate
Okay, I'm gonna
with it.
burn a fabricate to make us like walls and like to cut to protect us. Basically, a very like
Igloo?
like an igloo of inside the private sanctum.
Very good. With chairs.
Well, we're sitting on ice no matter what.
Before we start like fortifying, I would just want to pull up the magic map to see if there's anything nearby. I'm not sure it even works here, but
The magic map, we discussed this a while ago, but it only works on your native realm.
okay, yeah,
It
because
worked
I
in the
only noted
Feywild,
that
though.
I only noted that it didn't work in the Shadowfell.
Oh. No, it just doesn't work not in your native, in the realm that it is native to.
Right. Okay.
So you bring it out here and you see that there are what you have seen around you on the map, pretty much, which
Right.
is snow, cliffs, now this box igloo over top of you all.
Right.
Well, at least we're out of the cold.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you have anyone has any lumber.
I didn't plan on going here. Well, I do have some. I don't want to burn my javelin shafts and stuff, but I guess I can.
Well, I have a brazier if we just need something to light.
I have some hempen rope. You guys,
I have a leaf hat.
I'm not giving up my leaf clothes.
But you're a wizard, don't you know how to like make fire easily on something?
You need something to burn, sir.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Well, I do have some torches.
That'll work.
Yeah, it's better than nothing at least.
Yeah, just
my-
toss it in the brazier. It'll keep it lit.
I got my arrows, I guess, but that's not going to be good if we run into anything.
No, let's use my torches for now and
I throw
Just-
in my leaf hat just for 5 seconds of extra kindling.
We try to get a long rest in this ring, because how long does the stay in the ring last, Jethro?
Oh, we can stay in here for as long as my warlock level, which is 10 hours.
All right, I'm going to try to get a rest in so I can get us out of here then. I
Yeah,
did not mean to bring us here.
I
I've-
don't know why we even came here.
I thought the focus we had was going to take us somewhere on Exandria that was outside of the conflicts. I mean, part of it was right. I had no idea this was forged in the hells, looking to the spear she's holding.
The more you know.
Honestly.
Just a second. And Jethro will try to gently pick up Patry so he can put the futon out for both her and Tolsha.
Patchy lets you put her out. She's kind of sleeping now.
And I'm now commencing long rest.
Okay. So what were you doing, Jethro?
Oh, he was just trying to get the futon out for those two, and he's just sitting in the armchair thinking and kind of brooding.
Does private sanctum have a window or anything?
Miriam
We can-
is muted.
From before, we can see out of that when we were in the Shadowfell. They just couldn't see in.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Yanni's just going to a high point and observing for anything. She's probably freezing her ass off.
Meanwhile, Bernie's doing his best to like hunker down in this place and also like thinking around. Do we need an igloo license? An emergency shelter creation license? This is a very lawful plane.
Yes, it is. Yanni, as you are resting, you hear flapping of wings that are just barely audibly different from the sounds of the wind itself outside. It sounds small, but strong wings, to say the least.
It's gonna take out arrow slaying for monstrosities and dodging her bow real fast, and she's just looking up at the sky trying to find this thing.
All right. When you look up, there appears to be a yellow-skinned imp flying and rubbing its arms, looking disgusted and confused. And it just keeps flying past and looking around confused.
She'll go downstairs and let Bernie and Miriam know. One imp. It's looking for, I would assume us, but something out here.
Oh, thankfully this blizzard.
Right. Well, I could try talking to it, but was there anything? Did it have any special? Actually, I'm just gonna go look.
I'll go upstairs and point it out to him.
Right.
All right. So, as the two of you go up and look, you see that it is flown past the area that all of you are in, but now it's looking very confused. And it does like another flyby this area.
And shoot it.
No, don't do that. It seems to be looking for something. Most likely us. But, we'll just keep an eye on it for now.
Comes back with 4 other imps. I'm telling you, it's right fucking here. Yeah, I guess I'll stay on watch because that's what she's doing.
So,
Shazast was here.
oh, if given the option, Zast would be comfortably inside of the Pokeball.
Yeah,
Her
I assume Zast and
focus.
Yeah,
Okus
Yeah.
are in the Pokeball.
So,
Yeah.
since those two are in there, they're going to start speaking to you, Jethro. Okus will look over at you. So, why did your patron make you create her?
what?
She said that your genie created her for you, but you said you were made by your genie to do things. Is that
What?
not...
Ruben? No. I carelessly worded a wish after releasing a genie, and he didn't create her. That's dumb. Is the best way for me to put that. He just brought us together. No, he didn't create her.
Are you telling me or telling you?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Look, someone like her is not someone who can just be created. She was molded by her experiences, her life, just like I was molded by mine. So don't ever say something like that again. That's
You do not like talking. Noted.
I mean, I don't like it when someone insults her in that way. Yeah.
I was being insulting. I apologize. That was never an intention of mine.
And
How was I insulting?
because, like I said, someone like her can't just be created. She's flawed for sure, but otherwise she's perfect.
So, Zas says something in Sylvan. Patry, you understand Sylvan, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But she's like half asleep right now.
Okay. You still have a decent passive, so until you shush them, everybody can hear. Patry, what she said was, I think he's in love with her. She seems to hate him, though.
And Patrick kind of mumbles. It used to be reciprocated. I don't know what happened in the place.
Are you saying that in common?
Sylvan.
Okay. Then she'll look over at you. Happened in the place?
Like the dream realm or whatever.
Oh, that's right. She did seem a little weird, didn't she?
I mean, I think so. I don't remember.
Well, very strange indeed. She seemed...
We'll log on.
Did they break up? Or
Play a break.
And we go walk.
Sorry.
No problem. He'll look over at you now. Did the two of you used to mate?
What? He can probably see Jethro as now suddenly turning like a tomato red.
Mating. It is when two individuals, for
No,
fun
I
of
know-
the purposes of reproduction.
I know what that you no we've not done that.
Huh. So, what happened?
I happened.
What?
It's kind of obvious the way she sees me now. I didn't always used to have this mustache, right? I only started growing it after an incident in my past to maybe make me better, and around that time, that's when she showed up, and I don't know. It's dumb to put it on this facial hair, but I wanted to, embody the idea that I'm a gentleman, but I'm not. And, well, it's clear she's seen through it now. She's seen the real me, and she hates it. Just like everyone else.
She seems very immature for that much hatred. She had me wanting... Well, she had me going to kill you.
I don't blame her. I'm not trying to... I don't want to put the blame all on Ruben here, but if he hadn't made this his understanding of marriage, I guess, or whatever, the only... Other than getting him to release it from genie rules or whatever, well, it's in the whole thing for marriage, till death do us part. So the only way to break it would be if one of us dies, and well, I'll be damned if I let it be her.
Huh. Is this strange to anybody else?
I think they're asleep. Except for those two, they're whispering in a weird, I don't know.
Okay, I guess that's the end of the conversation. Cool. Bernie, to answer your question, you don't feel different here, no.
Well, we're just hunkering down, trying to last as long as we can until we hopefully have enough time for Tulsa to do her thing again.
Forbiddance, that one, Genie's gone. So, as you're keeping watch, Yanni, you see that same imp fly by numerous times during the evening. One point it calls out, you... I was told to look for a human devil boy. Hello? Ah, shit.
Can we all hear that?
Yanni can, because she's the one upstairs, like, scouting, and it's high above the sanctum because it can't come in.
Right.
Wait, so it found the sanctum?
No, it's flying past this area over and over again. It's just
Okay.
saying that while traveling.
Bernie, I think he's looking for you specifically.
All right.
Or maybe Patry, but I didn't think Patry was a boy.
Did he say something?
He's looking for a devil boy. Those are the words he said.
Right. Well, out of our group, I suppose I'm the one who fits that description the best.
I mean, Patry has horns and hooves.
Right, but she's not.
Patry's a lady with lady parts.
She's...
She says in her sleep.
I don't know what they define as a boy here.
She's Fae, and from what I understand, Fae do not usually last very long in hell. But yeah, let's.
For you,
I'll try and talk to it.
Are you sure? Okay, here, wait. If
What
you
did
think-
it say?
It's just looking. It's saying, I know you're here type thing, like fee fi fo fum.
Okay.
If you go out there, I can hide somewhere and train an arrow on it or something. So, like, if you think it's gonna report us or anything like that, I'll just make sure it doesn't do anything.
I mean, yeah, sure. Be ready But don't.
What's gonna be the code
What?
word?
Bernie was talking. Go ahead.
Oh,
If
sorry.
if I snap my fingers, you can.
Do a step.
Gotcha. Yanni's gonna go sneak out and find a good vantage point from
Okay.
the door.
Stealth check. Oh wait, no, you're inside of the. Yeah, it can't see you anywhere you are inside. Of
Well, I
this.
can't shoot from in there. I have to
You,
leave.
you can shoot from
You
in there.
can.
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
It's not tiny hut.
No, they just
Oh, wow.
magically can't divine you, and it's obscure. They
Alright.
can't see inside. You can see out, no problem.
Okay, she'll go. I didn't know an arrow could go out of it. So yeah, she'll go outside upstairs and get ready to shoot an arrow at this thing.
Already.
That wouldn't break the effector or something, though, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
Private
It's placed
Sanctum
on the
is.
land, not on a trigger.
Yeah. This
Sure.
Private Sanctum's actually really good.
Right.
And Miriam will also stand out there as moral support, holding shield touch just in case.
And Forbidden would damage it if it tries to enter anyways.
And then I will
Or so it doesn't report.
go up to the up to the window as well and look out at it. How far away is it?
It's about 30 feet in the air,
Right.
and it's
I'll just-
flying away this time, back the opposite direction.
I'll while it's still within 60 feet, I'll just telepathically speak to it. Just, who sent you and why are you looking for me?
It stops immediately and turns around looking confused. Can it reply to your telepathy?
No.
Okay. You see it exclaiming with its bodies and gestures and shit like that.
Go back a little bit.
Flies. It goes too far.
This direction.
It looks very confused when you say it.
Your other back.
Yeah, no, I'll just give it like descriptions or like
Yeah.
turn right,
Yep.
turn right.
You can
no,
poke
stop.
your head out if you want.
No, I don't want him to see me yet.
In 500 feet.
Now you are
Turn right.
facing.
Excellent.
You are facing the right direction.
Am I in the right spot now?
Right. Good.
Hey, yeah. Good.
Right.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. All right, we have service. Are you the devil boy who just appeared here?
Who's asking?
Oh, my name's Brooklyn.
I swear to God.
And well, who sent you?
That I'm not allowed to answer unless I know that you are the boy. Are you... What do they mortals call them? Tiefling. You sound older, so Tief man?
Well, if I were this person you are looking for, would that mean hostility of some kind?
Oh, yes, but not from me. Not from my master either. I'm sent here by them to find that individual. Are you that individual?
If I tell you whether or not I am this individual, and if I were, would you said there might be hostilities? There would be hostilities. Of what kind?
Well, the hostilities exist regardless, just by... I can't reveal information except to that individual. I apologize.
Am
Are
I
you with
breaking
this
any-
individual?
Am I? If I were, would we be breaking any laws by being in our current place? Okay.
Oh, no. There are no laws in play that are broken by that individual that I'm aware of, at least. Though that does not mean that there wouldn't still be hostilities.
And
Oh, for
these
fuck's sake, just ask him.
I'm just trying to play it a bit safe.
Yeah.
And these hostilities, how how soon would they manifest?
In all honesty, I would be surprised that it wasn't happening already. But I believe it's probably not happening already because you're them, right? Like I don't want to be talking to some random mortal. Mortals are exhausting to deal with. They always distrust all of us just because we merely exist. It's so. I'm trying to do my job here, man.
Right. Well, do you have a message for this person?
Yes, I do.
All right. What is the message?
Are you this person?
Yes.
Oh, very good. My message is you should not be on this layer. It will anger the denizens very greatly at your presence.
May I ask who gave you this message?
Yes, my lord.
And that would be...
The name that they go by is Mora, as is the name that you may refer to them as.
Mora.
Yes.
All right. Well,
this layer is very dangerous from their lineage.
Sure. Well, if you are capable of relaying messages back to this Lord Mora...
I am, yes.
Right, good. I will assure you that, and him, that we are expecting to very quickly leave. We did not intend to come here.
Oh, well, if you're leaving, then no harm, no foul. Just make sure you leave before whatever is currently protecting you is no longer protecting you.
Sure, that's the plan.
Right. Very good. How would you rate my service here today?
On what kind of scale?
1 to 10. 1 being foul and inexcusable, 10 being exactly what you would come to expect from a messenger.
2 stars. He was horrible. He couldn't find us for hours.
I would say you had a excellent service. 10 out of 10.
Thank you very much. I'll report that to my lord. And, don't die, boy. That's a direct quote. You are a boy, right? He said you're a boy, but I'm not sure if you're a boy, because, well, he's never met you, so...
I am an adult.
An adult? Oh, that must be different than boy. Very well.
Right.
And it starts flying away.
Goodbye. Huh. And I can turn back to the other side. So that was a very interesting interaction, but I suppose we have officially a warning that we shouldn't be here, and if we don't get out soon, there's going to be some hostilities of some kind.
Question, DM. Did it say that this layer is not kind to its bloodline?
Yes.
Bernie, I think you just got a message from your progenitor. Which I think I would know about from my anatomy books for tieflings.
Well, progenitor. I thought, well, the way I see it is that it's... Well, my blood and Kurt's, isn't it sort of some kind of fake amalgamation? Well, at least according to what we've been told earlier.
Well, the abilities and the soul part, yes, but you're still a tiefling, just same way I'm a giant. Your mother wasn't a tiefling, I assume you have told me already. So
Right.
some devil's blood was used to channel this, or some kind of pact.
Yeah, that could be. There, I did get the hint that there might be some kind of familiar sense coming from this Lord Mora. We'll have to look up the name a bit more when we get back. But, alright, having a name is good. But I don't feel like having a family reunion at this point, as it were. We've already had one earlier today.
And you see the same imp is flying back now, Yanni, in this direction. It looks tired at this point.
I just want to shoot it.
He's coming back.
Oh God! What now?
Hello?
Go up again.
Hello? Hello? Oh, there. Sorry, I am so apologetic about this. Apparently, my lord was not expecting me to survive this endeavor if you were being attacked right now. He says, congratulations on keeping yourself safe, despite my warning. And is there an alias that you would prefer for him to know you by?
B-Dog. Say B-Dog.
Whatever you do, do not say your actual name.
B-Dog.
I would encourage you not to use your real name when you are in the hells themselves.
Right.
Either first name, abbreviated first name, never your last name whatsoever. It is a very dangerous. I'm sure you've studied.
Right. Well, you could call me
Time to dance.
Axel.
Axel.
Right.
Very strong, manly name. Nice.
Sure.
Very
You
well.
have it memorized.
I will be back.
Before you go.
Yeah.
Why does your master have a particular interest towards me specifically?
Oh, let me think. Gave me specific instructions onto what I can and cannot say. I guess that would mean technically. My master has not had one of his lineage in over 30 years, and is curious to make sure that your well-being is kept.
Interesting. May I ask what sort of position your master holds here in hell?
My master is a greater devil.
Noted. You can respond to him that I thank you for his concern. And I will take care to ensure that our or his lineage does not die out.
Very good. Can I use your same rating as before?
Yes.
Very good. Thank you, sir. And flies off.
Right. Well, well, it seems that my progenitor, as you said, actually is this individual, this Lord Mora, who is apparently a greater devil of some kind. I actually really wish I didn't know that. Or I don't know what to do with this information just yet. I'm just telling this to like Yanni and Miriam as we're.
I wouldn't share it with anyone. Ever.
Well, I've shared it with you.
Yeah.
And on sort of the note of sharing, Yanni, this is not in regards to Jethro, but is there anything else you might like to share about your background and previous associations, as it were?
I don't know. I told you I was from a noble family, a minor one. I
Right.
was a member of the. Well, we got the beef, which got burned down near the Velvet Thicket, and it turned into I had to get a new. It's a dark part of my life. I had to get a new food truck, and we called it the Choo Choo Truck. And it was best time ever. I worked with Skittles, and we
Well, I'm referring specifically to your time with doing work for the Empire. I'm very interested in hearing a little bit about that.
Miriam's eyebrow goes up.
well, not really much to talk. I'm not a benefactor, but after the Choo Choo Truck scandal, essentially my father told me this was the last straw. I couldn't keep coming back to him and all this stuff. He said he was going to pull some strings, and he got me a job as the guy doesn't like me saying his name, but he goes by a lot of aliases. Maybe a captain or something like that you can call him. Anyways, he hired me to like basically just be a secretary for the most part, but they had me go through training and stuff, and I would just report things. And
Sort
as
of things.
just odd things. My first mission was one to the Velvet Thicket, just reporting like an activity of gnomes, believe it or not. Just things like that. That's actually how at least how, if I wasn't created, met Jethro, because I was on another report mission type thing where I was looking for like just objects. It was weird. But after Jethro and I got I haven't really heard from him or talked to him since me and Jethro have been linked. In fact, I haven't heard or talked to anyone from my past since me and Jethro have been linked, and that's part of the reason I'm very scared of this existential crisis thing, because there's a very good chance I didn't exist until he made that wish.
Right. Well, you don't remember anything clear about your time before that?
No, I do. I'm telling you what I remember.
Right. Yeah, but what about like early years, childhood and stuff?
I grew up on a nice estate in Rexingtrum. We had a summer house we go to where we had horses. I wasn't allowed to ride on the horses because that was not dignified it's not dignified to put an elf on a horse. But I don't know. I mean, I have memories of growing up. I have a sister that she's 8 years younger than me. I have my twin brothers who are about 10 years younger than me. There's memories there. It's just, I don't, like I said, I haven't seen any of these people. I haven't heard from any of these people. I have no idea if any of them are real. It's actually kind of scary.
I just want to, I'm not sure how you want to do the Joey, but could I roll an insight check? Does it need to be opposed?
This is a PvP moment, so that has to be okayed by Wyatt.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't know what roll I would be making to tell you if something's real or not.
You roll me a you roll a charisma check.
It's yeah, Bernie's just trying to get a sense of if you're actually being fully honest here.
Now, whisper to me, Wyatt, if that was a persuasion or a deception. Bernie, insight.
Okay.
All right.
And then I will add, and also whisper the appropriate modifier for whichever that was.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really low for you, man.
Yeah.
Actually, that's average-ish.
Yeah. I just kept looking at the natural 20 he got.
Sorry, I'm still typing because I want to be very specific on details.
Yeah.
And who would have thought that burial spear was from the hells?
I suspect, not the hells per se, but I suspected it wasn't.
Yeah,
the
somewhere
Imperial
dark.
I mean, there was no fiendish iconography on it.
No.
Doesn't have to be. Maybe it was made in at a.
Could have been a commission.
Yeah, exactly. Like an order from the Raven Queen.
Maybe.
Sure.
We're coping. We're coping.
Yeah.
So, Bernie, you don't sense any deception behind what she is saying. She fully believes what she is saying to you.
All right. Good. But yeah, you understand why I need to ask these questions, right?
Yeah, because I used to work in the Empire and my family's part of it.
Right. It's not out of any personal issues I have with you or anything, but you know. All right. Well, I didn't mean to make you feel threatened or anything. If that was the case, just I want to get it out of the way. And for the record, the reason I'm asking about this is because, well, Tasha got a glimpse of your journal. Not because she was actively looking for one, but, well, she did. And apparently she saw something about you having done work for the Empire.
Yeah, I got training by them. Actually, I got the best training you could get. That's why I'm actually really good at noticing things. But
Right.
I just got training by them. She was looking through my journal.
No, she wasn't looking through your journal. She was looking towards your direction when you opened it at some point, and well, she
Let's shake the ring.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, it doesn't affect anything in there.
Yeah.
You guys feel the walls vibrate a little bit.
Bernie would remember this was when Yanni was saying, yes, this weird language called Quarian that no one can read. And then Tulsa said, yeah, I can read it.
Yeah.
So I just have one quick question for Jethro, real quick. Not Jethro, Joey. Goddamn Jays.
The other Jay, yes, that one. Go ahead.
What's it called thing that we're in? Like, I was reading up on it. It says only stuff outside of the thing that Miriam cast, the Sanctum.
Uh-huh.
It says it only wards it for outside. Does that mean that Jethro can hear what's
going on
like,
outside of your thing? You can hear everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Your mechanics don't change whatsoever. It's outside mechanics of the overall thing changes.
Yeah. But, like, I guess the big question, what I'm trying to get at here, is Jethro able to hear what's happening right now?
This
Or
entire
hear...
conversation, yes.
Yes. Okay.
I very much like when we plane shift again to use my headband so I can see if my family's real.
Right. Well, once we get back, I'm sure we can find some way of finding some answers. I mean, it does seem to me that you are quite conflicted about that whole deal with the wish and how that was.
Plus, if the person that was hiring me is as powerful as I remember them being, I really believe they would have reached out or done something by now.
Right. Well, you see, my concern is that if we suddenly, well, let's say we dispel some kind of haze on your mind or some sort of memory that you're supposed to have, or rather not have, maybe, that you'd suddenly turn out to be an agent of the Empire. That would put, well, all of us in a difficult position.
At no point do I remember anyone ever messing with my mind.
That's kind of the point of that kind of magic.
Right.
I guess I've been a little dishonest. My father would never allow something like that to happen to me.
Sure.
My last name's Soletto. She's gonna say that. I don't know if you guys. I don't know what Joey wants you to do for that when she says that.
Bernie, who spent the most time in the Empire and researching the Empire, history check. And it's stiletto or stiletto?
Stiletto, Seledo.
9.
9.
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
you said
cool.
The person who championed you was named the Captain.
No, that's not his name. He goes by aliases. He really
Was
would
that
not.
one of them?
One of them.
Good. Pull out a piece of paper and draw a symbol. Do you recognize? Did he have this tattooed anywhere? And I'm putting the myriad mark.
What the fuck? No, I don't work with a myriad.
You
You're
do immediately
100%.
recognize them, yeah.
You're 100% sure on that.
I know for a fact I do not work with the myriad. I would never do that. My father wouldn't let me do that.
Right. Well, that's very good.
We're gonna try to sketch the captain that we know. Like, do you look like this?
How good is the sketch?
Sleight of hand check, Miriam.
No, it's just a stick figure.
15.
Hey,
I mean,
not
it's like a more cartoony version of him.
It's a calligraphy. Oh, not calligraphy. What are you know those like pictures you
Caricature.
get on the caricature? Thank you.
Caricature.
Yeah.
I just
No,
went
I-
calligraphy in my mind. I was like, Jesus.
I know who that is. That's
He's lines?
That's. Are you drawing like Admiral? That James guy? No, he's associate of the guy I work with.
He's an associate.
I can tell you his name, but I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble if he finds out I said his name. Like a lot of trouble. Like
I mean, how long have you been wished away?
almost a year. But I did write him reports for a while and just never replied, so I didn't know if it was, like I said, now that I'm thinking about it, it really seems like none of this is real.
Well, then you have nothing to lose by saying his name.
Athesius Uladan.
Right. Okay.
Do I know that in person in character?
You guys went to his
Yeah.
ball.
You met
Yeah.
We work for him.
You gave him a singularity.
The Archmage of Diplomacy. God fucking damn it. And we know him, actually. He's one of the few people in the Empire that we actually know personally.
Okay. Well, Yanni, I'm going to have to bring this up the chain a little bit, but you have my word that I will stand by your side. But I can't, in good faith, let this revelation go without bringing it to anyone.
Well, hold on that. If there's something affecting her mind, we know from our trials with John that dispel magic or greater restoration would remove it if there's effect on her mind.
Right.
As I said, I don't think it would have been. My father doesn't like me that much, but I know he wouldn't let that happen.
But sure, but if that's if he was in a position of preventing it. And the thing is, this lich we're hunting, it seems to me that he is having his own agenda, which is separate from the Empire's own. So he might, I don't know to which extent this the Uladan is involved in all that, but I think it's worth it entertaining the idea that yeah, it might be the case that you have been affected somehow. Not necessarily by them, but by the genie that caused you to be in your current position.
And no offense to you, Yanni, we knew someone personally who was manipulated constantly by them, by manipulating their memory to the point where he didn't know they were manipulating him.
Exactly.
We know what to look for.
And can I please make sure my family is real?
Sure. But for now, let's focus on the issue of staying safe here and getting back home, and then we'll see what we can do after that. But I'm very glad we had this talk.
Alrighty.
So,
Well, while you all safely rest within the hells, becoming real planar travelers in your own rights, as you are trying to thwart the Empire in its advancements of cruelty towards individuals and lichhood advertisement. I think this is a good place for us to call the session. Players, thank you for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.